Hello FlossTube, I'm Jules. Thank you for coming back for another video. Thank you for all those folkses who have commented on the last couple videos. I really appreciate that. I haven't gotten to them in the last couple days, but I will. Been a lot of stitching going on this week. Got a lot of stitching done. And a lot of people said, did you get all the things stitched last week after I said I would? Not on that particular day. It was kind of funny. I did have the desire to I want to work on all these different things, but in the end, I think I just focused on, Apothecary Shop, and I worked on that all day, I think. But I'll show you here shortly. First up though, I got the most amazing gift from one of you guys this past week. I haven't messaged her back yet because I wanted to do it in the video, but somebody reached out to me on Instagram and said that they had something that I needed to have that they wanted to give to me, and her name is Brenda, and she reached out to me, and I said sure, gave her my address and whatnot, and it came the other day, and I almost wish that I would have opened it up live for you guys, for her to see my reaction, because I was so incredibly excited and also incredibly touched at the same time. And so you guys know my love of Ronnie Rowe, and what she sent me was basically the U.S. Capitol. God Bless America. And this is the only one that I have said that I will actually do next, because there's just really nothing else on the site that really pops out at me. This would be my fourth Ronnie Rowe. But it wasn't just the fact that she gave me this. It was the fact that she gave me one that was actually signed by Mr. Rowe himself. And I was just gobsmacked. I was, got a little teary because I'm a crier, and it really means a lot. And so thank you, Brenda. I'm definitely going to be framing this next to the Capitol when it gets done. But it was awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That is really special, and I will always remember that. And anyway, thank you. So I went and looked at it, and it's different than a lot of the other Ronnie Rows that I have, because, and I'll show you the one that I worked on. I totally forgot to show you guys that last week. I had worked on it, and I somehow missed out on it in the whips. But it's different because in all the other Ronnie Rows, it's a very concentrated design, and because it's black thread on white fabric, usually every single one that I've done so far has been 4 pages, and it's just, there's a lot of stitching to do on those 4 pages. And this one is different because of the fact that there's so much white with the Capitol, just from the stone and whatnot that's there. So this is actually 9 pages. And so it's pretty interesting in that it's going to be a different kind of stitching than I normally do. It's going to give me a false sense of, oh, hey, I'm making a lot of progress, but, I expect it to take me as long as all my other ones have, which is usually a couple of years. But anyway, so yeah, I'm definitely going to start that when I get the other Ronnie Rowe done. It's one Ronnie Rowe at a time. You can't do it any other way. So what else is going on here? We did get snow. We got about 3 to 4 inches. Not as much as kind of was hoping for. I was hoping for twice that, but I'll take it. It's still here, which is kind of amazing, but it's been kind of cold the last few days. So it finally turned into winter in mid to late January here in Colorado. So that was good. Dog's barking outside. I think my dog's barking outside. Sorry, I'm just The neighbor dog barks. He's outside all the time, and I've gotten to the point where if one of my dogs is outside and barking, I'm like, whatever. And so I don't get too crazy about it, because if their dog wasn't outside, my dog wouldn't be barking. So anyway, so let's see what's going on. So snow, I've been stitching a ton more this week. I think I've only worked on about 4 or 5 different pieces, but I've stitched almost every day, multiple hours almost every day. And I got a lot done on Old World Map 2, and I'm getting close to getting the page done. And I've been watching a lot of hockey and getting some stitching done every night. So Definitely got the stitchy bug back, and that's great. One more thing before we talk about the whips. We're going to talk about me having senior moments, and not in a good way. Oh man, I couldn't believe I did this. I don't think I have ever done this in my life, but the other day, I almost always come home for lunch because I only live about 6-7 minutes away from work, and which is very fortunate because I don't like, I used to have longer commutes and I don't like it, and so this is better. But I always get to come home for lunch. So I come home for lunch, I can put the dogs out, I can relax. It's a nice break in the middle of the day, and then I go back to work. Blah 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 blah. Well, the other day, I think it was like Monday or something. My brain must have been thinking about something else. But I went to leave the house, and I locked the door behind me, and then I went to my car and I realized I don't have my car keys. And I have my phone, but I didn't have my car keys. And so I checked all the exterior doors in the house, because sometimes we leave, like the back door will stay unlocked just because we forget to lock it. We have sort of the one dog that's like the guard dog. It gets to stay out during the day, and she would protect the house. And but I had, for some reason, locked that door that day, and so every door was locked. So I was stuck, and I had waited till like the point where I needed to go back to work before I actually left. And so I'm like, I'm going to be late. So I had to call them up and be like, who knows where I live, and come pick me up. So somebody came out and got me and took me back. And my only regret with that, aside from just the stupidity of the whole thing, my only regret with that was that I could have used that opportunity to Uber. And I've talked about Ubering before, but I missed my opportunity because it would have been so cool to have been like, oh, I like myself out. Oh, Uber to work, get on my phone, and I would have been there probably like 5 to 10 minutes faster, and then I wouldn't have had somebody have to come out and come get me, and be like 10 minutes late back to work for my appointment stuff. But it all worked out in the end. It was fine. But I'm like, I can't believe I did that. It's just like, you guys know, like there's like, you like finally do one thing and you're just like, why? It's kind of like I just found AA batteries in the bathroom cabinet, and we've been looking for AA batteries for a while, and we're like, well, we're just going to have to buy some new ones. And I went into the bathroom cabinet for one reason. I'm like, why are the batteries here? Oh, man. I gotta eat better so that I think better. And so anyway, senior moment. Okay, so let's talk about the whip, shall we? Oh, I did a lot of Stormtrooper piece too. It wasn't just Apothecary Shop, but it was actually, I think that Thursday was Stormtrooper. And oh good, I have it. I was like, man, if I didn't bring it up. So I'm going to show that one to you first, because I got some stuff done on it. And I'm going to show it to you first, and I'm going to show you what the picture looks like, because we need to definitely see what we're doing here. So I got that much done. So I was pretty happy about that. It is definitely coming along. It's coming along better when I hold it up the right way. So let me get a little closer here. So I got a lot more, I can't see. I got a lot more done over here, and then I filled in all this area down here. So I'm just been spreading this over. And you can't really see anything of what it is right now, but I'll show you what the picture looks like. And that's what it looks like. So basically, it's like this right here is what I'm working on right now. So it'll be a little bit longer before we can start to tell that it's a Stormtrooper, but I'm pretty happy about that. It looks pretty good. Show it again, right side up. Here we go. Right side up. And yeah, so it was just fun to work on. I was just like making progress and had all my colors where I needed them. So I was pretty excited about that. I like that because I really want to work on this one. I've complained. Yeah, I have complained. I've complained before about how, the symbols are hard to look at, and because they're all like, most cross-stitching symbols for the floss are like, ABC or 1, 2, 3 and that kind of thing. And this one's like all different weird shapes, and anyway, it's different. It's completely different from all my other projects. So it was hard, but the more I work on it, the better it gets, the easier it gets. So that makes me happy. Let's go ahead and show Ronnie Rowe, since I didn't show it last week. And I got even a little bit more done on it this week. This is what it looks like. So it's coming along very nicely, as you can see. I still have a needle in it. It's facing me in the back here. Hopefully I won't stab myself. Here we go. So I just did more like down here. I got more up here done and more down here. So I'm just progressing down this row, and then I might just work on this row. It's hard to say, you know, because it just depends on what I feel like when I start stitching on it, as far as what I do. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Now I have extra motivation to get this one done, because then I can start on a new one. That makes me happy. All right, next up, we're gonna do Rainy Waterloo Place, which I got some done on it, but not as much as I did on everything else. And I don't know why. I don't know why, because this is usually the one that I love to stitch on the most, but for some reason this week it didn't really, I can't see what I'm doing. It didn't really work as well. Hold on. There we go. I can't see. But anyway, so there's it. There's it. Good gracious, what am I doing, people? All right, right here. So let's zoom in here. So I got more done. Primarily, I filled in more here, but really I just started filling in all this up here. And this is all going to be, I told you this last week, but this is all going to be different colors. So I have to track down some different colors and get in there and get that done. And I think I have a picture with, yeah, I have a picture of what this is going to look like when it's done. So that's what that's going to look like, guys. So you guys have seen it before, but it helps to reiterate. So I've done all this up here, and I've done all this down here. And so that's the color change right there that I'm getting ready to do. So that'll look really cool. But I can't wait to get this page finished, because then I'll start across here, and then we'll really start to be able to, I don't know, will we really be able to start to see some? I don't know, we'll see, because it kind of, I don't know, a little bit. It'll start to come in, but it's all good. All right, so I showed that. Hold on. Stand by. Stand by. So let's just hold up. Oh, floss. Let's just do that, and then hold up that, so y'all can see it. Real one, stitch one. Real one, stitch one. All right. So that's good. I'm not telling you that I'm going to stitch all the things today, because I'm not sure how much I'm going to stitch today. There's definitely some things that I need to get done, and I have it more in my head that let me go clean this, let me go do this. I'm going to meet my husband for dinner later. I need to go to the store. I might go to the fishy store. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. But yeah, I'm not really, I need to stitch. I want to stitch. So, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, so we got those done. We got 2 left. All right, let's show Apothecary Shop. And do I have a, oh, I have a picture of Apothecary Shop somewhere. Oh, here it is. All right. So, gotten this much done, guys. Look how wrinkly it is. It's starting to, you know, this is the one that I was like all complaining about because it was so super stiff. It's starting to loosen up, starting to get softer the more I work with it. That's what happens. All right. So as you can see, I'm like, what? You know, and I think, I'm trying to imagine exactly where the page ends. It might end down here. I'm not 100% sure, but I got a lot done. I mean, I got a lot done through here. I got more filled in here. So I'm just working my way down the page, basically. And there's getting ready to be a big color change right here. So let me show you what the picture looks like. And these colors are not accurate. This is kind of a funky version. I don't know what was going on with my printer this day. But this is sort of what it looks like. It's almost like it's that Kodak color, like when they used to make when the Turner movies like started colorizing all the films and they didn't look right. This is kind of like what it looks like. I mean, that's kind of what this looks like. So, as you can see, so I'm like right here and I'm right there. So I'm getting ready to show the carriage right here. But, yeah, that's Apothecary Shop. Apothecary Shop. Let's show this again. Oh, just go away, paper. You're getting in my way. So, just like that. I'll put that over there. I'll put that right there. So yeah, you can see. That's cool, isn't it? Man, I've had this pattern for like a decade, and It was so hard to get started, but I'm so glad I did. I have not started baseball yet. I haven't even looked to see if I gridded it properly. Maybe that's another, like, I just need to make a big, huge to-do list today and then just knock all of it out. And then I would, like, feel good to, like, be able to sit down and stitch later. Maybe. All right, guys. Creme de la creme, the piece de la resistance, the pudding, the pie, the pudding, the whatever. All right, I'm not taking out. Should I take it out of the hoop? I don't want to take it out of the hoop, guys, because I'm so close to being done, and I like where it's at in the hoop, and I'm not going to take it out of the hoop, but you can see how close I am to getting this page done. Old World Map 2. Old World Map 2. Cat's over here peeing in the litter box right now. Thank you, Mercury. I'm glad that you're feeling better. He is feeling so much better. Cover it up. Cover it up. Good boy. Oh, I've been showing this the whole time. You're like, show it better. Here we go. All right, and then this is where I'm at. But you can see from here where we're at. How beautiful is that? Oh, God, I love this piece. All right, but let's get a zoom up here. So look how much more I got done. I got so much more done. I filled in all this over here. I've been filling in everything that's missing up here. I got a few little bits and bobs to kind of finish up here, and then just this down here. This will get done this week. So the next time you see this next week, promise, I might even have started the next page. I'll probably start the next page. That's usually what ends up happening. When I finish, I'm just like, next page! And I go grab it, and I get it done. I don't have a picture of this one today, but I want to look at it. I want to find I need to go online and look at the picture because I'm kind of excited to see what's going on, because there is a change in color right here. There's a bit more yellow popping up, kind of running down through here. So I know that I'm getting close to being halfway along the top of this row. And in case you guys are wondering how many pages this is page 9. This is page 9. That's how big this piece is. But isn't that beautiful? How do they do it? How do they do it? How do they design these things so that we can put them together and make beautiful things? I don't know. It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay. All right. Things that I didn't do this week. I did not start Lazy Kate piece. I did go out, ran out to Michael's one day and got a new marker somewhere around here. Grading marker because I needed one, and I got some floss for the Lizzie Kate. So I have it over in the other room, and I should be able to start it. Will I? One can only hope, because I'm like shiny object. You know, it's like squirrel. You know, that kind of thing. So, clearly, I need to eat some brain food, whatever that would be. All right. Oh, t-shirt. I'm sitting here wearing a purple robe with a purple shirt, and I haven't even shown you my shirt. It's the party one. I like to party, and by party I mean cross stitch. But it's cold up here today, so I had to wear a robe. And I'm fully dressed because I'm ready to rock and roll and get some stuff done. But what shall we talk about? Okay, so we didn't talk. So I didn't start that this and that and whatnot. I need to clean. I need to organize. I'm always saying that. You should see the pile. I've been stitching constantly now downstairs in the living room in front of the big TV, and I've been stitching there every night. And I've been very disorganized. I have a pile that sits next to me on the table that is just a mounded pile of floss that I have pulled from different projects and then put right in that pile because I don't ever put things up after I've used them. I don't know, mom out there, was I messy as a child? I think I was. I think I've always been messy. So, but speaking of the parents, reaching out to dad number 2 out there, really dad number 1 out there. Chuck, I want to wish you a happy birthday. I know it was yesterday, and I know you watch all my videos, and I really, really appreciate that. It's so awesome to know that you do. So you keep up with everything that we're doing. But happy birthday. I'm so glad that you're in my life and that you are such a good dad to my husband. And I just, you know, I love you and thank you so much. This is kind of an emotional video for me, guys. I mean, between the Ronnie Rowe and birthday and forgetting my keys. Holy crap. It was like a freaking hawk that just went right by the window. Maybe I shouldn't do my stuff right in front of the window. I did get my little lighting set up. I got this cool little, it's like a white screen, and then literally it's like a light bulb shining at a light screen directed back at me. And I got, hold on. I got it like yesterday, and I'm like, I don't have the motivation to set it up yet, but let me, hold on. Oh goodness. But it's like this, and it's got all these, like I opened it up downstairs, and I'm like, oh, I'll just take all the different pieces up, and then there's like 5 million bits and bobs with it, and so, but what I hope to be able to do with this is, it was really inexpensive. It's only like 50 bucks, so if you guys are doing videos and maybe your lighting isn't good, I can put a link to the one that I bought, but down below, but it basically will let me film a video in any light. So I've had issues in the past with trying to do my stitch with me's like, sometimes I just want to do them in a place where it's more comfortable, because I'm sitting on just a hard chair right here, and it's kind of hard on my back to sort of sit here and, you know, stitch solidly for 45 minutes, whatever it is, but this will actually allow me to theoretically stitch at any time of day or night, and that will be good because that will just be more flexible in my schedule and possibly allow me to get, that was a crow, allow me to get back to like maybe getting those Stitch With Me videos out earlier on the weekends, and which would be good because it takes quite a while for, like, I have to edit it. I always take it. Now there's a big thing of Canadian goose that just landed outside my lawn. It was so cool. Or outside the back thing. I love Canadian geese, except for the poop that they leave. It is nasty. It is nasty. Anyway, it's just a big bird day outside. Anyway, so I hope to be able to sort of do those. I could either do those like Friday night sometimes, or even on Saturday night. But I'm hoping that I can kind of get that done and upload it. Because like I said, it does take me like about 2 or 3 hours for my computer to do what it has to do in order to take it from Stitch With Me to actual video. Totally different than this one, because this one's usually shorter videos, and I can do it all in one thing. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. All right. Dogs and cats are doing great. Like I told you, the cat's doing amazing since we got all those gross teeth out of him. Everybody, the dogs, nobody's done anything really noteworthy to this week. But the aquarium issue. So, when last I left you, I believe, coral's pretty much dead. I lost a snail. King Kong parrots had killed a snail. So the only developments this week were really, I got a new betta, a beautiful blue betta, and I need to get him on video so I can put him on the aquarium channel. But there was, you know, you always see the bettas in the tiny little cups and everything, and there was like 20 of them there, and he was the one that was the most active, like swimming around in there, and I'm like, he needs more space. So I put him in my, I think it's like a 2-gallon, 3-gallon tank, 2.5-gallon tank maybe, and he seems to have enjoyed it a lot. And he's in the Bermuda Triangle tank, the one that I constantly lose, well, not constantly, but I've lost all my fish in so far. Some of them have jumped out, and the others just disappeared. I have no idea what happened to him. He's way too big to, one, jump out. There's just no space for him to do that, and two, he cannot get sucked up in the filter, and he's just way too big for that. So I'm hoping he sticks around for quite a while. So, but, and then the other development was in the saltwater aquarium. I made some progress this week because we decided, I don't know why, but we ended up going over, we were doing a bunch of errands on Saturday, and after, like, at the last errand was, we stopped by the one fish store that I like that's kind of over a ways, and I broke down. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get another piece of coral, because pretty much the coral died. It was dead. I mean, it was gone. It was dead. So pretty much the coral had died, and I just, you know, I went and did a big clean on the tank, and Did some different things. I got the right filter finally for it. The sock, it's called a sock filter that filters saltwater aquariums, and I got that done. So I'm like, I need stuff. So I bought a blenny, which is a snub-nosed type of fish, and it's about that long, and I named him Benny the Blenny, which was my first mistake. And so I got him. I got a new coral. It's called a blastomusa, and it's red, kind of red and purplish. It's really pretty. And then I got 3 snails, because I have tremendous luck with snails for the most part, except when they go in the jerk tank with the King Kong parrots. And so so I'm like, I am set. I got all the stuff in here. My water quality is much better than it was, and they're gonna do awesome. So I take like 3 hours to like adjust them to the water and slowly get them acclimated, and then I put them in and everything. Snails immediately take off. They're working. They're like, whoa, this tank needs a good cleaning. And yes, I cleaned it. It didn't look terrible, but they needed to work. And so they start working their cleaning. Find a spot for the coral. Looks good. Everything's fine. The blenny, the fish, basically went over and was freaked out and went over and sat on top of the wave maker, which is about like shaped like this. And so he was kind of sitting back like this on top of it. And the top of the tank is like right here. And he just looked like he was like at a loss as to what to do in the tank. He didn't know what to do. He was like, what? Where am I? And he was freaked out because there wasn't any other fish there, I suppose. And I specifically asked, I'm like, will he be okay on his own? Does he have enough security in himself and confidence to be able to live on his own? And I was told he did. I was told he did. But apparently my tank freaked him out. So anyway, Benny died. Benny died. Benny died a very bad death. He seemed fine for the first 24 hours. And he still stayed on top of that wave maker. But every once in a while I come over and check on him, and he'd be down swimming and he'd come right back up there. So he just, he didn't like me coming up. He was insecure. He didn't like that. And then Benny disappeared. And I'm like, he's too big to just disappear. Unless he's like behind the rock where I can't quite see. He's just not, could he have jumped out? Because we have a cover for the tank, but we've been in the process of needing to cut the cover down for the tank for a while, because saltwater tanks usually don't come with covers, although they should. You just go out and buy a piece of acrylic, and then you sort of cut it down to, it should fit like just inside of your aquarium. There are these little like L latches that okay. Making, if I had shadow puppets on the wall. So they have like a hook on the side of the glass, and then they come down and they have like a little ledge, and then you just set the acrylic down like, like half an inch inside the tank. So it helps with so the water doesn't resorb too fast, and it just protects the fish from wanting to jump out. And we were like, yeah, we need to do that. We need to cut that down. We need to do that. And we just hadn't done it. And stupid fish committed suicide, jumped out of the tank. I found him behind the tank, and he had been dead for a while by the time I found him. And I'm just like, saltwater tank is hard, guys. It's hard. But I'm determined. I'm determined to succeed. My water quality is better. My light quality is better. We are getting there. It's not an easy hobby. It's not something you can just jump right into and be good at it unless you just have a natural talent. Shoot, you should see, I have like 20 plants downstairs that are thriving and that look amazing, and they face like a southeasterly exposure light, and they're doing awesome. But 3 years ago, about 3 years ago, before I got all these, like every other plant I had ever had died my entire life. I'd never been able to keep a plant. And then I finally got the right kind of instruction and learned and really focused on taking care of them. And now they're just exploding everywhere. So, if you're not good with plants, you can get good at it. You just gotta, learn more and keep working at it, and you will get there. And the same thing with saltwater aquariums. So I'm gonna get there. And so I might run over the fish store today and look at maybe another piece of coral and another fish, and just talk to them a little bit more about stuff. Maybe get a little retail therapy from them, like they give me therapy just to hear me talk. So or hear, you know, listen to me or whatnot. So I don't know. We'll see if that actually happens. I may just sit down and start stitching. Who knows? It's all a mystery. So I don't know what I'm going to do for the stitch along this weekend, but I will be doing one at some point, and we'll just figure it out and go from there. And otherwise, I think we're good. I think I talked about, I got a little note list here. Yep. Go Blues. Go Blues. And other than that, I think we're good. So I hope you guys have a great stitchy week. And thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing. I'm kind of nuts. This is how it is all the time. But thank you again, Brenda. You were awesome. Please, folks, please do not want to send me things. I mean, Brenda had something very special that obviously that I know why she sent it to me, but I'm not asking. I don't need anything else. I have way too much to stitch, and you guys know it. Don't enable me. Let me enable you. Let me enable you. Okay? Please don't enable me. You guys take care. Have a good rest of your week. Stitch all the things. Take care, and I'll see you soon.